Okay, so our next project is to get our sand production back up and going. So let's take a look at the map. And we said we're going to put it here. So we're going to need a train station here to bring everything in and out. Or actually just to bring everything out, really. There's no bringing in on this one. So let's go ahead and open this up. So that we can get our siding on here. Alright, there we go. So now we need to fit in our rail station. So this part curves to the left, so we're going to kind of go a little bit off to the right so that it does not interfere with our one over there. So let's go. Yeah, we'll go right there, I guess. So we took up a bit more of our rails than we really needed to, but that's okay. We can put them back down. And we took up a bit more of our poles than we needed to, for the same reason. But that's okay. Again, we'll put those back down. We'll just have to run the red and the greens. That's one cool thing about the blueprints. You get free red and greens when you do them, if they're already on the blueprint. We do have them on the train though, so we don't have to worry too much about that. So I split this up because in the original one, you see how much longer this space is. I think we can make that space shorter and get away with it. So I split them up so that I could, give that a whirl. Let's go one more just to be able to give ourselves enough room for the signal. There we go. All right, there's that. So now if we look at our sand production, we have, and you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's open up the blueprint. It's easier to see in the blueprint. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 types of materials. We've got the clay that's coming out, or the dirt that's coming out of everything. We've got the sand, the limestone, the clay, and the geodes that are coming out of the centerpiece. So we got a total of 5 products basically that are coming out of here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more rail coming in. So let us get rid of our belts. Because we're gonna have to run the belts a little differently. Alright, there we go. So now we got the belts taken care of. We can go ahead and we can blueprint just this. And we can get rid of all but one. Rid of the lights too, because we don't need them right now. We'll put them back in when we're ready. Right? So then this one can go. That looks spaced about the same, right? Right here. Right? Right. And then we just need here, 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 and here. Right? Right. Okay. So that should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do us for all 5. I think there's some spacing differences between these ones. We may go back later and make all the spacing the same on the blueprints, not on these ones. We're not going to tear this up just for that. But we may change it on the blueprints. Let us grab train stations. There's our train stations. We are done with the track, I believe. So we can put all the track back. Free ourselves up some room. We're also done with the signals. And we're going to get rid of 5 of those. We only have 5 stations down there, so there's no sense carrying all of them. Alright, so now we're going to need pipes and belts and splitters and undergrounds and inserters. And we're going to need these puppies. And we're going to need some more telephone poles. And we're going to need those. And we're going to need a bunch more pipes. Alright, so let's go ahead and take that down there and get that stuff started. So, in looking at this, Um, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this, how much we really need. Um, I think what I'm going to do. Originally, I thought about going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know that we're going to need that much sand, but as things get larger, you know, as we increase the radius or increase the circumference, the amount to fill in becomes more um, than what it is for a smaller circle. So we're definitely going to need the sand as we expand, but I don't know if we're going to need that much sand production. We definitely need the clay production and the limestone production. So I'm tempted to do 6 of these, but I think we're going to start with 3. We may add 3 more, but let us do this. Let's face them the way they would be facing if we had 6. So we would do them this way, and then, well, because I can't get, here's the thing, I cannot get 4. Well, I can now that we're low enough, because we had to add one of those. I can get 4 across here. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't we do it that way? Why don't we do 4, 2 and 2 facing one another, and then bring them out? It's kind of a compromise between the two situations. I think that'll work. Now this is going to yell at us because we don't have we can't put the pump in the ground. But that's okay, because now we have that we can put the pump in the ground. But we're going to go ahead right now and take that out, because we have 2 pumps to put in. We have that pump, and we have the bottom sucking mud pump to put in. So we may put them someplace else. So let's see. So if we go and turn that off for now so we can move this stuff around, I want to give myself some room to be able to belt it in. So if we went, say, here, and I'm not measuring on this. This is just give or take, approximate, close enough as far as alignment goes. We'll go back and put those lines in later, and put that back in later. Now these we're going to try and keep in line. So we want to give ourselves enough room for our belts. How's that look? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want one more, because we're gonna end up with 2 sets of lines for the sand. So we actually want to bring that back one more. So let's do this. Let's erase everything but the very edge. And we'll use that one as a reference point. Right? And if that was that, let's come back 1. Let's give ourselves some working room. So that's 3. Okay? Then we can just snag that. Now we don't have to worry about measuring the spacing a second time. right? We're going to be close over there, but that's okay. I think that'll do us, because then that's going to give us the room. We're kind of stuck right now. We have too many things in our hand and we can't put down the blueprint. So put that down. There we go. Now we've got our space again. We can get rid of that. All right, I think that'll do us. So we'll let our little worker bees go to work. Help them out where they'll let us. Don't want to trap ourselves. Looks like we run out of bots. Which is okay, because we're just about out of stuff anyway. Alright. Looks like the only thing we got left is pipe to grounds. So let's go and we're out of bots, so we're gonna have to get more bots. I don't know if I have any made because right now we're using a lot of iron and other things. We got a few, but not many. So let's run back up here and get belts. And we'll work on getting this connected. Alright, so there's that. There's mini loaders, underground, splitters, more belts. More undergrounds, more splitters. We'll put the pipes away for now. We're going to let the bots do the pipes. We're also going to let the bots do the inserters because they'll get all of the orientation right. Alright, we're just going to concentrate on getting the beginnings of this feed set up. We'll go all the way over to these ones here, because this and this is going to be the same as far as in the middle. So if we do this one and feed it out, then we can do this one and feed it out, and that'll be that. We can get rid of that pipe, because that was just a marker. So we can get rid of that pipe. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So how this is going to work is this is sand and this is, or not sand, this is mud and this is, or dirt, isn't it? Isn't that what it's coming out as? Yeah, it's dirt. Or mud. Okay, so this is mud, this is mud. This one's mud, this one's mud. Right? And then this one's mud and this one's mud. And then that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Yeah. So we're gonna bring 2 lines of mud up. Let us bring them up on one side. Because in theory, that's what we will have the most of, is mud. Alright? So that's mud, and that's mud. And then that's mud, and that's mud. Wait a minute. What do we got going here? We got mud. And mud. And then mud and mud. So what we could do here right? Because then that brings that mud and that mud on either side of that belt. That's 2 on that side of that belt. Then we do the same thing down here. That's 2 there. That's mud, and that's mud on either side of that one. Because we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there's our mud. So we just have to bring that into there like that. Right? So there's our mud coming in. Next, let's look at our sand coming in. So there's sand from there, and then this is sand from here and here. So this is our 2 sands. So that'll be our sand coming up. And then we've got limestone, which is here. And here. Here. And here. Let's see, that's clay, and that's geodes. Okay. So if we bring this here, right? And we do the same thing on this side. Right? That leaves us clay and geodes to bring up. Right? Right. So, which is which here? That's geodes. And that's geodes. All right. So, bring that over. Bring that down. Right? And then that brings those two together on either side. Right? And that snakes that into there. Then we need to snake in this line. And this line. So what if we did this? What if we came here? Right? And then we did that. That works. Right? So then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that works. I think that works, guys. So then we can take this from there to there. And we can go over here and duplicate it. What doesn't it like? It does not like... Alright, well that's easy enough to do. Because we can do this. Because it won't matter. We're putting it back anyway. Right? Right. Where is the one we just had? Oh, did we not save it? Alright. Looks like we didn't save it. That's fine. Easy peasy. Right there. Oh, we did do it. I just couldn't find it. All right. Not that we need it anymore. We can get it out of our way because we don't need it anymore. So that's going to give us both sides of that. And then it's just a matter of running each of these into a set of trains. So there we go, guys. I've got to go get some more bots. We got to go get some more pipes and stuff like that. But that is going to be our sand production, or the beginnings of our sand production. It's actually going to be our mud production. We've got to make it into sand, and our geodes and our clay and our limestone and our sand. So yeah, I think you see where we're going with this. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the filling in of this offline. There's no sense watching me run back and forth for pieces parts. You get the idea. That's just how it's going to work. That's where it's going to fit. And we'll go from there. So we got another one done. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.